Having a disorganized email marketing platform can make it difficult to manage your email campaigns and subscribers effectively. You may have the wrong tag applied to a subscriber or waste time rewriting an email sequence and later finding you had one connected all along. Have you been there? I know I have. But don't worry, there is an easy fix to this, and it starts with having good email naming conventions. In this episode, I'm sharing what email naming conventions even are and the 3 elements that will make them a good one. Are you ready? Let's dive in.
Hey, I'm Lizzie Reyes, your host of the Cheerful Productive Chats podcast, where I'm on a mission to help online entrepreneurs like you focus on all the right things and kiss overwhelm goodbye. Here, you're going to learn strategies that will boost your productivity so that you can scale your online biz and impact lives sooner. It's your time to shine, so let's get started.
Hey, welcome back to the Cheerful Productive Chats podcast. This episode is the second one from a mini series all about simplifying your email marketing process and making it easier. Last week, we talked about the 5 different ways on how you can streamline your email process. And today, I'm diving into a topic that's often overlooked, but can have a massive impact on your productivity and organization, which is email naming conventions. Now, I have a full implementation workshop all about optimizing your email marketing platform using effective naming conventions. I'll drop a link to that in the show notes. And because I already talked about this topic in that workshop, instead of re-recording the same information, I'm just pulling this episode directly from a lesson inside from that workshop. So let's dive into what email naming conventions are and the 3 elements to keep in mind to make them effective. All right, so let's start with what are naming conventions. So a naming convention is a set of rules and guidelines for naming assets, data, and information to help with better organization, tracking, and searchability. You can create naming conventions for various aspects of your business, including for your email marketing platform. And again, we have so many examples that we're going to cover later on. So if this is still kind of like, I still don't get it, don't worry. It's all going to make sense once you actually start seeing the examples. This is more of a general definition of what naming conventions are. But basically, it's just going to be a way for you to name certain things inside of your email marketing platform to help you find things way easier and to just keep things way more organized in there. So the elements that create a good naming convention is what I refer to as the 3 C's. So the 3 C's are consistent, clear, and customizable. So consistent means that it should follow the same format and guidelines across all of your assets. And again, we have formulas, okay? I have examples and formulas for you, but it should really follow the same format. So that way, 1, it's easy for you to remember, which is this next point here. And also keep it simple, okay? Keep it simple because again, you really want to make these naming conventions easy for you to remember. So that way you're not really having to reference a document every time you're about to create them or every time a team member needs to reference something inside of your email marketing platform. You want to keep these naming conventions simple and easy to remember. This means you want to avoid complex or confusing naming conventions. So there are so many different ways that you can name the different assets in your email marketing platform, and you really want to avoid making them super long, super hard to remember with a whole bunch of hierarchy, data points. Like, keep it simple. Okay, that is the name here. Keep it simple. And then it also makes it easier. So when you're consistent with your naming convention, it just makes it easier to maintain everything. Overall, you have a much better organization method inside of your email marketing platform, and that makes it so much easier for you to find the information. The second element is clear. So again, it should be easy to understand and to follow, even for new team members. So not just you, but if you were to assign a team member to go look for something inside of your email marketing platform, or not just them, but anyone going in there should be able to easily see what everything is representing, okay? Everyone should be able to see exactly what something means, what something stands for, what the purpose of it is, all with your naming convention. Again, we have examples. This will all probably start to make more sense once we actually get there, but I wanted to get these out of the way first. Your naming convention should also provide relevant information about the asset being named. It can be detailed as long as it's clear and simple, okay? So detailed is fine, and detailed is different than complex and hard and super lengthy and everything. So detailed is okay as long as it's clear and simple and you know exactly what it is, exactly what it's for, and you can remember it. And in doing so, by keeping your naming conventions clear, then it helps avoid mistakes and errors because you're not forgetting. You're not making the mistake of putting things backwards in the wrong order, and then you're kind of back to square one where it was disorganized in the first place. Now nothing matches. So again, consistent, clear. And then the third one is customizable. So it should be easily adaptable to fit your various business needs and all of the different assets that you have going on. And actually, this is true not just for your email marketing platform, but for almost anything in your business. You could really use naming conventions for a lot of it. But for this training, we are just going to focus on your email marketing platform, but customizable, okay? It should be easily adaptable to fit various business needs. And by keeping your naming convention flexible, it also allows you to make adjustments to it if needed or when needed, because, business changes, you expand, you evolve, and the online world is just constantly changing. So you want to be able to keep these flexible, which is another reason why simple is better. So there you have it, friend. Those are what I call effective email naming conventions. In the next episode, I'm sharing the second part of that lesson, which covers why these are so dang important and how they'll truly benefit you. All right, friend, be sure to tune back next week, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for listening to the Triple Productive Chats podcast with me, Lucy Reyes. To view the full transcript and all the links mentioned in today's episode, visit cheerstoproductivity.com/60. And before you go, make sure you subscribe or follow wherever you're listening from, so that way you know once the next productive chat is released. Talk soon, and cheers to your productivity and success.